Hi, my name is Brian Ridgway. I'm a transformational mentor, and I assist people to wake up and get completely free, and then to anchor that experience and just go on into an infinitely easy, abundant life. And in my mentoring, privately and in group mentoring sessions, one of the topics that comes up the most is the idea of being stuck and getting unstuck in the moment. So I made this short video on the fastest, straightest way to get unstuck right here and now. And what I find is that language, the power of the word, is one of the most overlooked things in today's law of attraction and self-awareness and personal development angles. This idea of the power of the word and really getting down to the core of it. There's a lot of talk about positive thinking. There's a lot of looking at our words from the perspective of, well, don't say that word because that's a bad word. You know, turn over here and do it this way. What I find is that the entire focus itself of good and bad is no different than the focus of positive and negative. I spend no time and no energy, and in my mentoring I help my students to spend no time and no energy trying to get more positive. So when we look at our language, when we look at our word, when we go to clean up our language, it's not to be more positive. It's not to eliminate those bad words. It's to focus directly on what we want to experience and to be certain that our words align with what we want to experience. As an infinite creative being, an unlimited creative being, this energy that's flowing in flows out and through into whatever we're focused on. That's the basic fundamental idea of the law of attraction. Well, there are two main reasons in light of that, and two main focal points that I assist people to turn their mind to. So let's do that together for just a moment, if we will. And then I'm going to give you in a moment, I'm going to give you an action step for today that you can use right here and now to begin to make a massive shift to move even more rapidly into what you want to experience. So, as we speak, two things happen. First of all, the words come into the world and they begin to create what we flow our energy into, because the power of the word is like if I take a rock and I throw it into this ocean. It may be days, it may be weeks, it may be months, but somebody over in China is going to get an extra little splash on their ankle. Those waves never stop. And when I speak, it's no different. So, in understanding my speech in that way, what I speak into this world goes out in the world and creates. Also, if I'm cognizant, I become aware that the words that I'm saying are largely coming out of and revealing my unconscious beliefs. So becoming conscious of my words actually achieves a couple of really cool things. There's a lot of work in the world today around belief elimination. I spent many $1,000s and many years on belief elimination techniques, and it did a lot for me. Didn't do everything for me, but it did a lot for me. And what I have found is that when someone speaks, when I speak, when we speak, we're either speaking out of our infinite power or we're speaking out of our unconscious beliefs, and quite frequently it's the second. So what I offer you for today is to make a plan 3 or 4 times a day. Go ahead and grab your iPhone or your computer and go ahead and schedule 3 or 4 times today for an alarm to go off. And as it goes off, you go right back in your mind, right then. Look at your little alarm that says, hey, check your language. And write down the last sentence or two that came out of your mouth, right in that moment. And look at it. And what you will find is, number one, you'll get a chance to become even more aware than ever before of, am I saying that which I truly want to create? Am I using the power of my word to create the experience that I most want? Or am I speaking out of unconscious patterns? And if I'm speaking out of unconscious patterns, I can take a look at the sentence that I just wrote. So here's what I suggest. Take a look at the words that you just wrote and ask yourself this question. What would I have had to believe in order to say that? What would I have had to believe in order to have said what I just said? And once you get fully clear on the belief that was operating behind those words, such as, you know, it's really hard to find good people, or I was trying. And the minute you spot the unconscious belief, a couple things will happen. First of all, once an unconscious belief rises into the light of consciousness, it dissipates. It has no more power over you forever. It's gone. Second, you have the option in that moment to ask the question, wow, what will this belief cost me? Or how can I use this belief to get more of what I want to experience in this life? This simple practice can transform your entire life. The other thing, I'll add a little quantum modifier to this, and that is to find a communication accountability partner today. If this all makes sense to you and you're ready to take your life to the next level, understand that taking your communication to the next level is a big part of it. So find a communication accountability partner and say, hey, listen, you know, you're moving your life in this direction, I'm moving my life in this direction. Let's clean up our language. It's not about getting it more positive. It's about cleaning it up with a focus on, is my speech conducive to creating the experience that I came into this world to have, that I most want to have right here and now. So thanks for letting me share. I really appreciate this time with you. Namaste.